In the blue, it's the home side. Prosecco Doc a Carraro in Monco Conegliano. The Panthers at home for a third game running. And a chance to really extend their lead at the top of the table. 13 from 13 is what they're looking for tonight after 12 from 12, but it's not all been easy. Gusto have tested them twice now, taken 2 points off them in 5-setters. And a big change to the lineup tonight to take on Il Bisonte Firenze, who are at the other end, in the lighter tops. Nolema with the tip, very well covered by Gabi. Nolema was halfway through celebrating the point there. Gets another swing, this time clubs it off the block and away. The big changes tonight then for Conegliano and Daniele Santarelli is a start in the opposite slot for Merita Digwe. And Volosh has been replaced tonight by American Jenna Ewart in the setting position. That's a good. On the baseline from Chiari. They need Gabi to be at her very best going into the World Club Championships and into the European fixtures. That's a great dig. 2 defensive touches of real quality from Gabi and a beautiful put away from Nika Daldero. So far, so good from Conegliano. It's a swing. Gabi again, jump float, overpass, put away. I think Nolema wore that one. Came steaming in to make the play, and Fars hit it hard enough. See where it caught her. Oh, wow, yeah, she's lucky not to be hit harder there. 4-1. Flyer from Conegliano. Firenze being tested early. And a good shot rolled off the hands by the opposite player, Serbian Vanja Buklic, 26 years of age, 1.98 m tall, so she provides a lot of blocking height along with Anna Milicevic, her compatriot. Milicevic through the middle in the number 12 shirt. Yeah, nice. Very nice from far. We often talk about how strong she is in front of the setter, but she really is probably the number 1 in the world right now when it comes to that kind of hit. Ewart just beaten to her right side by Milicevic. Find that from Morella. Got youngsters in this team. Morello just 22. Woman about to serve. Nolema just 22. Dutch international. Oh, goodness me. Well, she's found points quite hard to come by on from the bench recently, Merida Digwe, but this is a fine start. Gets to open the match and gets to open her account. I wonder how long Coach Chivagatti is going to let this run. Well, he'll be fine to let that run with the big serve error from Digwe. To the net, nothing doing. It's very important Firenze get their serving rolling tonight. Every team will tell you that going up against the Panthers, whether it be Ewart or Volosh in the setting role. You've got to keep it out of the setter's hands. The options are multiple, otherwise blockers will find it a nightmare. Better ball. Carello just tested going backwards. Couldn't quite get the velocity into that set. And that's a pretty smooth slide from Lubian, returning to court with Farr in that middle position. Well, a little early to make too many pronouncements, but hasn't Jenna Hewitt started well in her first start this season ahead of Volleyball? It's looking very smooth with her running the place. Set from Morello. Big swing that from Buglic. Did it catch anything on the way? The referee says no. It's going to be a challenge or a timeout, surely. Yeah, there is the challenge. Gabi has to admit that it chipped the fingernail. Wry smile on her face as she does so. Good challenge from Firenze. Keeps the score at just 3 ahead. Ballooned out the back, so they're pushing Firenze from the line, but nobody really getting a run yet. They're getting it in at the moment, and that's just allowing a very straightforward side out from this Conegliano team without too much pressure. We saw what you can do. Busto served very well, tactically brilliant, blocked superbly well. Their defence was tip-top in the previous match, and once again took Conegliano all the way to 5. And slightly ponderous tip from Buglic, but it'll do. Gabi for once not able to get there. I quite like Federico Giavagatti, the Firenze coach, keeping his powder dry on timeouts here. Really trusting his team to get into the flow of things. Big arm swing, well defended by Villani. And it's coming back, you know. Yeah, that's a good chase by Gabi. Oh, what a return from Gabi to the net. Oh, unbelievable. She was outside the purple paint and she sprinted all the way back in. It was a clever set from Morello because she knew Gabi was out of position, but Gabi arriving in the nick of time makes the play, makes the block. Good pass, really talented Milena. Hasn't quite found a club that's a fit just yet. Firenze, though, will give her plenty of court time this season. But still young, 22 years of age. There's plenty of time to develop and find that top-notch game. That would be really good for the Netherlands. Once again, very smooth in offence. Just like Volleyball, she's mobile, she makes great decisions. Morello getting clobbered on that last play by Malesevic into the net. 11-7. Firenze not letting it develop any further than 3 points at the moment, but we could be in trouble here. Out of system for Nalema. Block and defence is good, but Galderop just pops it straight into Malesevic's hitting window. And I like Firenze's approach to the game as well. They look very relaxed. Just having fun, getting the job done. Digway. Second point for her. It's quite important that Hewitt doesn't overload her early, but she's the kind of player that once she's into the flow of things, she will score heavily. So whistle goes, ball gets away from far, and she ends up having to rush her serve a bit. Well, that shorter ball just on the attack line in the middle of court. That seems to be an open play at the moment for Firenze. Almost convincing from Malesevic, but she'll take it. And still, 3 points is all Conegliano can manage to forge. Back to 4. But Firenze so far siding out steadily. service from Adigwe, big ace. And that's the way to extend the lead, and no surprises, the timeout comes now. Firenze hanging in there pretty well. Big lead now though.
Tu bisogna che ti ricordi, ti metti bene con Gabi, gli chiudi la linea, non può passare linea. Diagonal right hand on the ball. She cannot pass clean out of the block, because we don't have the defense if she pass clean. Vamos, again, like this, pushing into everything. Vai!
Danger that Conegliano are just going to run away with this in the opening set. Won't necessarily be the end of things for Firenze. Shot from Europe. No Kirikella, no Silla, no Hawk, no Volosh. At the moment for Conegliano, no problem. Serve from Adigwe. She has taken them away in clear in this first set, despite that shot from Buklic. Back to the line. It is important here for Firenze as they start making these serves work. Pass from Gabi, solid enough, rangy. Rangy. That was an extraordinary slide. Well, Lubian hits these for fun, but Ewart has put this on a plate with an 8-metre set. Stunning. System again. Buklic is key, as most right sides are. When it comes to out-of-system plays, the right sides earn their money, and Buklic starting to do a good job here. Buklic will serve. She's got a good serve when she can get it in. Gabi contains it. Ewart goes over on one. Maybe not the best decision this time. Gennaro defends though. Wow, I don't think Adigwe was ready for that. I think she was ball watching there, the youngster. The referee says no touch on the block. 4 touches against Conegliano. Well, Ewart's been brilliant up to that point, and then has to get back on the money with this set, or not. Firenze continue to hand some gifts over to Conegliano in this first set. Well, it's lovely to see the response of the players that aren't on court right now. And what a squad not playing the game. It's a brilliant starting lineup on the bench. Good swing, good aggressive swing from one of the older players out there on the floor, one of the more experienced, Francesca Villani. Year-old, scoring well. And back to the line. Dropped in on Gabi. Adigwe ready for this one. Nicely dug by Buklic. Far loses the joust. That's good work from Di Gennaro, and it's brilliant from Gabi. I think it's safe to say Gabi Guimarães, she's back. Doesn't look like this for a few games now, but this is superb. The outside hand, well, that's what Antiari was hoping, but no, Gabi says no touch. No challenge forthcoming, and has missed. Did her best to touch it. 19-13 then. Conegliano in complete control here with this very different lineup. It's way too far behind the attack line. It's a good swing from Bukalic. It's a brilliant piece of defence from Di Gennaro. But it amounts to naught. Gabi's turn to miss. Brilliant. Brilliant from Moki. Superb from Ewart. Digwe just took a bit of time to get her feet organised there. Too far behind Gabi. And the Lema is blocked. Nice ball. Nice stable set from Morello, falling over as she made it. Conegliano remain patient, as they so often do. The Lema again. Defended. High ball to Digwe, and oh, great dig. That's superb from Villani. And they go again. Massive rally, biggest of the game. Gabi stopped. Great work from Di Gennaro, organising the defensive play. And eventually, Gabi comes with the Brazilian hammer. Enjoy that one. Tell you what, friends, they've not done a huge amount wrong. Their serving's not been great, but other than that, been pretty steady. Conegliano, though, with this new look lineup, really enjoying themselves on the floor at the moment, and Daniel Santarelli is pretty cool and calm right now. Points to find, it's still an ask. And the touches, the errors that are just creeping into the Firenze game. So service errors and net touches have been the scourge, really, in this opener. Bukalic the offender this time. Sivic saying it definitely wasn't me, buddy. From Gabi. Ewart hoists it high for Dalderop, who finds a piece of the block. And Dalderop looks really cool and relaxed out there as well. This is worrying for Firenze. This Conegliano team are just playing so smooth, but with genuine enjoyment. It's time out for Firenze.
We cannot give 3 points with a net touch. With Dalderop, wait a little bit more. If we are late, it's because for them she cannot take it. So inside, not too high. Go on, raga. We take off the 2 mistakes we made on the perfect and then we kept going. Vamos!
Well, pretty clear there from Chivagati. Plenty to work on, and plenty that needs to happen, and you'd say about 20-25% at the moment in terms of Firenze just tightening things up, cutting the errors. Maybe that will allow them to compete, but for the moment they aren't competing. Milosevic. You can see the reaction from this Conegliano team. This is unbelievably relaxed. One of the world's best middle blockers in deep discussion with her coach after not defending that last play. Lubian runs a tight slide, then goes in front. Dalderop tips again, it's patience. Will the patience be rewarded? Control is back, Adigwe hits the ref. Dangerous old job up there, especially when the players are swinging this hard. Hits the ref via the block, obviously. And we are right back round to the Adigwe service, and it was Merit Adigwe that caused all the problems. Heavy serving, Firenze struggling to side out, and that was the biggest gap that opened. Huge again, lots of service. Villani into the block. Defended well by Morello. In turn, Di Gennaro defends and out of the back line. No, Gabi can't put it away. Conegliano go again. Full marks to Firenze for making them play, but they just can't win points. And a little bit of frustration, I think, from Coach Giovagatti. Well, 8 points up, and all of them set points. Adigwe might as well go for this. Looking for an ace to win the set. It's a huge shot. Thunderbolt of a serve. Villani out of system, makes a good shot as well. And still the rally continues. Ewan gets in on the action, and when the setter's jumping and killing the ball, you know it's all going very well indeed. 25-16, Conegliano lead comfortably over Firenze by a set to 0. So first couple of sets, as you know, teams will remain as they are. And if the game goes deeper, they go for only 2 sets at the far end and then toss to decide who starts where. And tumbling it. A little bit of breaking out on the floor. It's amazing stuff, isn't it? Oh, back in the day, I used to take my little bit of cardboard down to the shopping precinct. The music system, couldn't do that though. So Conegliano smooth as silk, really. It's a tremendously impressive effort from them. Comes old Wild West. Restaurant-sponsored T-shirts being fired into the crowd. That's the end of that visit to the floor. For the fastest gun in the calendar. Accompanied with the advert on the big screen. I like it. I like all these little marketing touches. And where Italy is concerned, there's a wonderful community support around the club. The club gives a massive amount back to the community. In all of the top division clubs, they give a huge amount back to the community with all their different social projects. But I love to see the fact that it's not just the major sponsors that are involved. There are smaller chains, slightly more local businesses as well. It's all part of the show here in Italy. So, just about good to go with set 2. Let's see if Conegliano can keep up this incredible rhythm and resist any Firenze comeback. Good start from Gabi. Good start from Digwe, good start from Daldero. Let's be honest, all the Conegliano players doing a really good job for their team. Shot. Well, she lined up that ball down the line, Adigwe, and then hit that very hard. And even if you do put your defenders in the right places, it's tough to defend that kind of power. First point on the board, now that Adigwe extends her scoring run. Jenna Ewart to serve. Adigwe to the front line. They haven't missed anything, Conegliano. Shot. There you go. So that's just a little glimpse of what Nolema is capable of. Julian Nolema is a really talented player. Played for Firenze a little while ago before going to Stuttgart, but back again to the Bison. Good set from Ewart. Somehow wrapped her hands around that one. And a nice call from Rachel Morello. Setter for Firenze, just letting Buklic know that that ball was going out. And she left it. Chari then, at the baseline. Good hit from the middle blocker this time. Serving for Firenze is so desperately important in this match. It's got to be better than it was in set 1. Of system Panthers, i.e. the ball not going directly to the setter from the pass, and out of system Panthers is a team you can play against. Not saying you can beat them, you can just play against them. Nolema gets the better of Sarah Farr on this one. Sarah Farr came into the Busto game the other night from the bench and made an unbelievable impact. Changed the whole thing around. Clever. It's a wonderful story. Well, it's a tough story because she was out of the game for 18 months with a knee injury, but Conegliano held faith with Sarah Farr, and boy, is she repaying it. She's also the beneficiary of Sarah Farr in top form. Ooh, just tickles it over. Tight ball again. Buklic hits it well. That second touch is allowable now with a little bit of a juggle. But Buklic gets it done this time. Better start this from Firenze. Santarelli knows there's a different match on the way. Good swing deep into the corner from Nico Daldero. We've heard plenty of super spikes and fireballs and aces being played from the World Championships on the beach out in Adelaide, Australia. What a tournament that has turned into. And of course, all of it here on VBTV. This is your home of world volleyball. Great defence. Great work from Firenze. Looking for a break, and they get one. Well, that's gold dust. for Il Bisonte Firenze, the Bison. That's what Il Bisonte means. Elena provides the finish. Ewart over on 2 for the 3rd time in the game, but she's been successful on only one occasion. I mean, the question here is how? How does Adigwe find the floor there? Past 2 blockers, that's an insane hit. Oh, goodness, Merit Adigwe is a good player, and she's still a teenager. Elena sent Scully for the ball. Easily defended. Hoisted high. Adigwe out of the back line. Hits another one. X marks the spot yet again. She's not even taking the perimeters on. She's just hammering it straight through the seams. There's only one element missing at the moment from Conegliano's performance. Defence is a little bit mobile, upright. Not much else wrong with it though. Firenze doing really well here to stay in the hunt, keep themselves relevant in set 2. And that's a magnificent block, and Firenze starting to make the elements that are good in their game work for them. Tall blockers, although Morello, the shortest of them. Seti will be happy with that one. He's the tallest player. Bukulic, 198, about to serve. Not this time. Problem for Firenze, and Coach Giovagatti knows it. The problem will be, will Conegliano find a scoring run? How do they counter? Hybrid serve of Lubian. He's a good one. Oh, Bukulic just a little late to the ball. Blockers were well organised, far next to Gabi. And in Murata, indeed, a wall put up by the Panthers. Europe gets most of that, actually. Along with Far. Lubian again with a serve that can threaten. She can hit this float, she can hit it topspin. A bit of both there, puts it out the back. Yeah. Everybody likes to get past Santarelli as quick as possible when they've missed a serve, because he likes a chat after the serve error. He's the Panthers coach. Ewart not connecting with Far. Goes there again, doesn't connect again, but Sarah Farr with the presence of mind just to tip the ball to space. Tight ball. Morello is defended. Adigwe. She has to tip. Ewart's just missing some locations on her set at the moment. Awkward pipe attack from Morello. Easily read by blockers and defenders, and that's the problem at this level. You can get the ball to the hitter, but if you show it, if you telegraph it, its players are all over it. Great finish from Gabi. From Villani ahead of that serve. Ball put wide by Ewart. So Ewart's just hit a little down patch at the moment, the American setter for the Panthers. Chance here for Firenze to try and get in with a few. Gerari with the serve, middle blocker, playing in tonight's match along with Malesevic, and it's Malesevic that makes the stop, and Ewart is just struggling to find her targets. Third set in a row to far, not quite on the money, but to be fair to Ewart, the pass was a toughie. I think we'll let her off that one. Digwe, good extension through the set, sends it on the reverse. Great defence from Villani. Reluctant to go to Dalderot out of the pipe, so Digwe gets another ball, and Santarelli's just considering the rotations here. He might be tempted to throw in a double substitution, which would involve Volleyball and Hawk. What a luxury. Good work from Ewart. Again, keeping it sensible, the Panthers. And it was worth the wait because it was a decent attempt to block, but Nolema's just got enough on it. Tweaks it out of play. She's winning the contest against Far at the moment, is Nolema. To go back into the lead. This time Far does make the block, but it's very well defended. And Bruklic willing to get down and make the play, and Nolema smacks it out on the angle. Chance there for Firenze, not taken. Pass from Nolema. Again, tips that spot just behind the block in the middle of court, and Adigwe is stopped by Malesevic. That's a great save from Firenze. Definitely playing now, the away team. Nice from Malesevic. Keep releasing the pressure valve with these annoying errors. Not as many net touches so far, but the serve error is still a problem. Kirikella, Hawk, Silla, Volleyball, all on the bench. It's a hell of a backup. And Digwe runs out of luck at last at the service line. Up until then, she's been just brilliant. Beaming Volleyball, the libero, leaves the court. Acerari into the front line. Malesevic with the middle blockers, one serve and one defensive rotation. How long can she stay there? Not sure it came out all that clean from Ewart. But Dalderot with good acceleration to the ball. You need a wing spiker that's going to come and get it. Still no timeout being forced by Coach Chivagatti. Well done for keeping that in play, Acerari. Too good. Too good. Gabi's missed one down the line. Doesn't feel like missing another. This is perfection. Cross body, no look. Job done. break for Conegliano. Firenze has to be guarded here. Nice tip from Villani. And Conegliano at the moment, they're not patrolling particularly well inside the attack line. Firenze making good decisions here. Still got a break to try and recover. Already had their break cancelled out. Bukalic with the jump serve. It's good here. It's a good pass from Gabi, and the slide from Lubian is absolutely maximum extension. And Bukalic can't beat the one-arm defence of Moki. And then into the antenna, Cerari. Once again, Firenze hand the point over when they were competing. Good pick up from Volleyball. Time out then to Firenze.
Hey, raga, one thing, on the other rope, when the ball is esclama, close the line. We work with the all, position 6 in the all, we have to close the line completely, esclama and eyeball. The rest is good, keep the shot and keep the tip in the middle, so we cut off the position 4. Vai, raga!
Effort this from Firenze. Cerari has been sacrificed. In comes another youngster, Kaczmas. Athlete into the middle. Lubian into the net, could delay that. Lubian wait for a service. Again. Wants his word, wants his chat. Absolutely huge from Gabi. The ball was technically still in play, but she's strutting off to her teammates to celebrate. Confident she's done the job. Can't find anybody. Well, she holds her hand up to say sorry, but the pass was a very tough one to deal with. Good reach from Gabi. Defended well again. Firenze have played really well off the block. Lema stands up to Gabi and then tries to hit the same angle, but far reaches into that. And again, they're recycling really well here, the Bison. Bukalic somehow keeps that off the floor again, and Lema comes up with the finish. Conegliano sneak out to the double break. Man, Santarelli, because he thinks that should have been blocked easily. Right, push required here from the Firenze team. Kaczmas drops it on the baseline. Well, no, and I'm amazed they haven't challenged that. This is really close. Yeah, they have gone to the video check. I think this is an ace. I think Dalderop's been lobbed here. And young Kaczmas has come in from the bench to score a point. And it's a valuable point because it cancels out one of the breaks. This is strictly mission possible, not impossible. no. I swore that was on the line. Poor Kaçmaz, back to the bench for her. It was nearly the perfect start. Conegliano cling on to the 3-point lead. Steps in, just struggling with her pass at the moment is Jolene Nolema. Well, he's asking for Nolema's asking the coach to go for a mid-point challenge because she thinks this tip is down, so this is what's called a floor touch challenge. Did the pancake from Dalderot, keep it off the floor, and that suggests that no, it was on the end of the fingertips and a piece of the molten Taraflex. Working with our video technician, just confirming the situation. We're waiting for the fans to be shown on the big screen. There we go. Bit of compression, ball hits the floor. Good mid-point challenge, so point was won by Firenze. Morello back to the line. Firenze not out of it yet. Dalderot miss-hit. Not what Conegliano needed there. And once again, the gap has been closed to a single break. And it's in these pressure situations that a group who haven't worked together that much as a team can be tested. This is what Firenze have to remember here. Services in court are vital now. Out of system pass from Di Gennaro. Defended, chance to go level. Vukulic hits it hard. Gabi defends brilliantly in that far corner. They've done their homework. Not the best set from Ewart. That's more like it. That's more like it. Allows a Digway to really open her shoulders, but the tempo on the ball was still good. On to that single break, far to serve. Morello out of the back line, Vukulic's front court. Once again, out of system play from Nolema, and a brilliant piece of defence from Gabi is cancelled out by a net touch from the Panthers. It's the guilty party, it's Lubian's elbow. That'll teach you for jumping so high. Nolema to serve. I think Firenze could make this second set quite tasty. No. Nolema has other ideas. Swing Adigwe. She's only missed one serve tonight. That's hit the sideline. Really good attack. Morello taking quite a risky set on there. Now, is it going to be the double? It is, so Hawk is already out there. Adigwe returns to the bench, and we're going to get Captain Fantastic Asha Volleyball on court with Bella Hawk, who had already been sent out there for a block. Well, if you want to get the job done, what a smash and grab crew to be able to bring in. Tight. Volleyball, one-handed set. She's just showboating now, Asha. She's just showboating. Brilliant. Dalderot to serve, 2-20. Quite time the set. One-handed again to Lubian. This time the read is brilliant from Bukalic and Kaczmas. Enough of the showboating, says Daniele Santarelli. Let's just score points. Well, Bukalic's contributions tonight have been rather sketchy, unfortunately. She's a key player for Firenze, both front and back line. Too many errors from the Serbian right side. Lubian missed her last serve. Misses this one. Santarelli will be less than happy. She's going to have to listen to him this time. Good tempo from Volleyball. Far was the problem there. Great arrival, good availability from the middle, and it really pinned the blocker. There's Gabi a freebie. Haven't made the most of Hawk and Volleyball coming out to the floor, but they are still clinging on to the break. Ewart and Adigwe return as the double substitution is flipped. 4-22 to the Panthers. Ewart puts it into play. Malema passes. Kaczmas can't put the slide down. Adigwe to win the set. Good defence. Really good work. Villani's made some great touches tonight in the backcourt. Oh, Di Gennaro is so good at that. And Farr has turned pretty good at the poaching situation when the ball isn't quite on the money. She's tipped for fun tonight. And 25-22 means the Panthers with a 2-0 lead here at home in the Pala Verde. And looking to get this job done quick, smart. Round we go then. Will a change of ends mean a change of fortune for Il Bisonte Firenze? They certainly need it to be, because they can't afford to lose another set against the Panthers. Confirmation of that scoreline, and we'll get the stats momentarily. 25-16, 25-22. Not bad when you've got a very different look to the lineup out on the floor. Still superbly consistent stuff from Conegliano. Spare a thought for Firenze. It's pretty soul-destroying when you are giving a good account of yourself in a set, and then Asha Volleyball and Bella Hawk are brought on as substitutes. And while they didn't come on and make a huge impact, they did maintain the pressure and certainly clung on to that break lead. So good blocking from Firenze. They've recycled the ball well, so they've protected their attackers off of the Conegliano block. That's certainly lowered Conegliano's effectiveness at the net. But the services remain a problem, so A, they're not putting enough pressure on the Conegliano pass, and B, they're putting too many balls in the net or out of play. I still think there's enough encouragement in there. Need to try and pressure Ewart's rhythm once again, the setting for the Panthers. Need to try and keep her away from the net. What a luxury to have a squad this deep. Conegliano really, for years now, have been able to build this kind of team coming into seasons, and that's why they've dominated on the world, European and Italian stage. Adigwe into double figures, playing well. And there's the team spirit again. You don't have to look far to see just how well this group of players gets on and off court. That goes a long, long way to winning games and winning championships. Good start for Jenny Ewart. First game on court from the start. Another bunch of Volleyball this season. Away we go then with set 3, the team in blue. Prosecco, Doc, Accararo, Immoco, Conegliano, to give them their full moniker and sponsorship detail for this season. They are in blue here at home in the Palo Verde, their third home game on the bounce. They've also got their first European tie on the way. And then to conclude, after a very, very busy month, heading into the decision on the quarter-final lineup for the Coppa Italia, to conclude, they then fly off to Brazil to compete in the World Club Championships. And the tips for the point. Another shot down the line over Ewart. Far, hitting it hard. Milesevic with a good read. Buklic can't put the subsequent ball away. It's coming back again. Firenze once more scrapping hard here. Gabi, power volley. I think straight off the forehead of Milesevic. Maybe. Take a closer look. No, it was off the fingertips. Optical illusion. Hit the referee at the head though. It's been a pretty rounded performance from the Panthers so far. Adigwe, Gabi, Dalderot all scoring big on the wings. Ewart getting in the way there of Gabi's defensive attempt. How long can Firenze hang in? How deep can they take the set again? It was a brilliant effort in set 2. And they continue to stop far. They're reading Ewart pretty well at the moment in the middle. Fortunately, they've got the release ball out to Adigwe, who is having a really good game. Drops it in on Villani. Again, they tip just over the block. This time Conegliano defended. And the read on the block is by Lubian. And now the free ball. Great touch. Good diving save from Morello. And Malema tries to turn it down the line via the block. Misses. And it's an early break for the Panthers. Didn't sound too good off the hand of Nalema, but the result is absolutely fine. But deep into the corner, Gabi's really upset with herself for not making the play. Serve from Lelema. Gabi makes the pass look easy. You had to work a bit there on the tape, but outcome was excellent to Lubian. Good availability again from the middle. And the smiles continue. I don't want to get too complacent here. Firenze still look dangerous. And the big way just trying to go even bigger from the service line. Without success. Two from four. Jenna Ewart using that ball quite a bit. It's good because it provides variety, keeps the blockers guessing. (6-4). Dalderop at the line. Good steady game again from Nika Dalderop. Brilliant off-season signing from Milano. Ball out from Buklic. She just hasn't had the game that Firenze needed her to have this evening. And a timeout, an early one.
Not go in a rush and force everything, like before. Find the corner in one, like we made before. If they defend, we play in block defense and contre-attack. Don't go in a rush. Position 6 with Adigue on high ball. Watch out to move when she's attacking, because a lot of times I go half float and she goes deep. Andiamo, raga, forza!
Different tune tonight for the fans to get stuck into, not can for once. Gets them going every time though. 7-4. Out of system swing for Villani. She's done really well with that. She's still an excellent player in this division, Villani. Taken a little while over the last few seasons to settle at the club. Zuccarelli in. Buklic out. She's not really had a game to please the Firenze fans at the moment, Buklic. Tip from Gabi, well defended again by Villani. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And I think once Nalema saw Villani commit to the floor, she was on it. Very good shot out of the pipe. Zuccarelli, experienced opposite player. Spent most of her career, though, in the lower divisions. This is a nice opportunity for her. Late in her career as well, to step up to the big league. Good slide. Lubian scores. Now, has missed her last two services and had a long discussion after each with the coach. I think she might give him a very wide berth here. Yeah, I think that's sensible from Daniele Santarelli. Sometimes players are best left alone. They want to be alone. As I believe a famous actress once said. Oh, yes. Very nice. She is a proper talent, is Kaçmaz. Begum Kaçmaz, signed from Beşiktaş in the off-season. 8-all, Villani at the line. Firenze recover the 2 breaks. Ewart finds a better rhythm and a better location on the set to far. Schwartz can't get near to that one. Tip covered by Digwe. Hasn't had a shot in a while, Digwe. Hits the line nicely. Volleyball gets underneath it though. Villani can't put away the pipe. Gabi just beats everybody to the ball. She's got such an incredible sense of what is required. The captain of Brazil scores again. Left-handed, if you please. Hits Nolema, a little bit close to the net. Somehow they continue the play. Whoa! That is some shot and some pickup. And still they play on. Crazy dig from Nolema. Don't think she knew much about it. Great touch from Villani. Nolema to win the point. No. Oh yes. Spoke too soon. Thought Dalderop had defended that against a Dutch teammate. Stuff in that rally. And a brilliant finish. Firenze still full of fight. Ultras up in the ante, making a hell of a noise here tonight in the Conegliano. Messi. Farr was moving into position to be the available middle player, and the ball chips off the net, and she's made a bit of a mess of that one. 10-all. Conegliano's initial push for the lead has been overrun by Firenze. Too low. Too low. Farr thinks this got a touch off the block, so we're going to get a challenge and we'll see if the blocker confesses immediately. Elisevic is the blocker in question and has to own up. Well played, says the referee. After the threat of the video challenge. It isn't. The onus is not on the player. To a touch, it's for the officials to spot. Technology has changed that dimension in the game. There's no hiding place anymore. Again, out of system from Nolema. And again, she makes the play. Really looks like she's enjoying her volleyball again, Julian Nolema. Morello to serve 11-all. Firenze still trying to test Conegliano every way they can. Good hit from Dalderop. Bounces nicely into Farr's window. Firenze defend brilliantly. Oh, superb from Volleyball on a Digwe. And Nolema goes tip. Doesn't make the floor though. And still, we play on. Morello sends it to Zuccarelli. She can't put it down. Dalderop goes again. Defended by Villani. And Nolema clubs it cross court. What a dig from Dalderop. Oh, what a rally. What a finish from Gabi. World class, both sides of the net. Superb from Dalderop. And what a swing out of the pipe from the Brazilian. Piero Gabellotto, the president of the Panthers, delighted at that one. That's great blocking from Lubian. A lot of positives tonight from Marina Lubian. Looks like she's managed to get her slide working again. She's blocked really well. She served badly, but everything else has been good. All the ultras in their usual tribune up there in the second tier. And Nolema passes out a system. That's some dig from Gabi. Nice shot. Nice shot from Daldrop. She had a good look through the net there. The set was nice and stable, and she came and got it in the full realisation that the angle was open. Nice hitting from Nika Daldrop. Conegliano snatch a couple of breaks again. Far to serve. Really important that Firenze win this point. Good pass from Villani. A great game tonight, Villani, and a nice power tip from Nolema. Quite a lot of moving parts in the Conegliano defence tonight. Is that stable? Points and counting. Nolema has had a good game to be on the wrong end of this result at the moment, but she is determined to keep her team in the hunt. Ace from Jolien Nolema, and a very good one as well. Big Gabi down the line, and Daldrop, her Dutch teammate. Takes the pace off. Di Gennaro, not her best pass. Adigwe hits it hard. Has to play it again. Hewitt wide to Daldrop. She's stopped by the block. Back to Adigwe. And Adigwe has found some delightful angles this evening. Really good awareness of where the seam is in that block. Adigwe to serve. Conegliano once again cling on to that one break. Not so good from Adigwe. No double substitution. Feels like that would have been quite a nice time to introduce Forosh and Hawk. Doesn't happen though. Hewitt front court now. Pings it out at a tempo to Daldrop. Well defended and well won. And for the second time in this third set, the break is cancelled out by Firenze. That's ominous. Good swing from Zuccarelli. A bit more dynamic than Buklic. His Serbian teammate Milesevic back to serve, 15 all. Just some concerns here that Conegliano have lost some rhythm. Certainly lost their pass. Coming back, Nolema gets there. Free ball though, should be the Panthers' point. Oh, that's great defence from Nolema. Doesn't go back to the pipe, goes out instead to Daldrop, and that is Daldrop's most ferocious hit of the night. The intent here was huge. I think she had a blocker not jumping, and worked it well. Nika to serve. As always, a solid cut roll from Daldrop. Nolema hit hard, passes well. Hewitt's on it. Clever from Gabi. Oh, great read on the block, and still Firenze working their socks off in defence. Oh, Hewitt 3 from 5 over on 2. is recovered by the Panthers. Zuccarelli has hit really well since coming on from the bench. She's done a brilliant job. Might provide the same height as Buklic, but she's working hard. And she will be the next server. Good hit, another up solid pass. Slide is excellent. Well defended and just defended too high by Nolema. Yes, it is possible. It is possible to hit the flags up there in the ceiling. No sign of a substitution. Well, it's becoming a rather nasty habit for Marina Lubian. That is 4 serves on the bounce missed. Santorelli wants to know why. Please, I've asked you to do this. Why don't you do this? 4 from 6. That's the most second touches I've seen a setter play this season. And Jenna Ewart, 63% efficiency at the moment for her 5 points. A good game, replacing Volleyball this evening. Defended, far turn setter, Adigwe taps it with a bit of cut on it, taps it inside the attack line. And timeout, a rather frustrated timeout called by the Firenze coach.
Raga, abbiamo la palla buona, bisogna che col centrale la teniamo sulle mani e la facciamo giocare in anticipo, non la mettere fuori tempo. Vamos, raga, one side out and we go, block defense, forza!
They roll out the can at some stage. The home side certainly can get this done in 3. Firenze have fought really hard in these last 2 sets, but the pressure from the Panthers has been relentless. Fired to Zuccarelli, she couldn't get a hand on it to hit it. Gabi can't swing either, so it's coming back again. Once more, Moki tidies up. Digway, brilliant. Off the arms of Villani and into the crowd, who's not done a lot wrong tonight, Villani. Just touched a hell of a lot of ball in backcourt. Volleyball is the chosen recipient of Santorelli's questioning, and the captain takes it on the chin. In the corner, Ewart is having a magnificent game. The American setter has taken to this league like a duck to water. Six points, 4 in attack, 1 block, 1 ace. Oh no, she got the spike from the first set, my apologies. And not Moki's finest hour there. Monica Di Gennaro, Moki as she's known to the fans. She'll be grateful she's on the wrong side of the court to hubby Danieli. 4-point lead though, Kaçmaz to serve. The Turkey international has had a good impact from the bench, and that is a terrific block from Milesevic. Serbia keep turning out these amazing players. Okay, just a bit of pressure on you at set. his options though. Coming out of the back line, she's got a Digway, she's got Gabi, and decides to go to a Digway. He tips, coming back. Oh, it's coming back very forcefully. That is a swing from Nalema. And Santarelli a bit worried here that his team are going off the boil at the wrong point in this set. Well played Firenze, well played Nalema into the 20s. 22-20 the lead, just a single break. Gabi probably should have gone there last ball, and that little look from Gabi to Jenna Ewart tells you all you need to know. Give it to me, I'll sort it. Two points away from a very impressive 3-0 win for the Panthers. Nice block, Volleyball defends off the block again. Can't get to that one though. Lobs up and over the defenders, and 4 match points arrive for Conegliano. Another good block. Firenze dump it over for a free ball. It should be the match right here. It is. Thunderous spike from Nika Dalderop, and that is a complete team performance from Conegliano. Really impressive stuff as they beat a spirited Firenze team in straight sets here in the Pala Verde to go 13 from 13 in the league. Kind of run out of superlatives where this Conegliano team are concerned. There's a lot of good about Firenze's effort tonight. They put on a great show, in backcourt in particular. They treated us to some spectacular rallies. Nalema out of system made some good shots. And they showed real spirit to keep coming back, but oh, goodness me, Conegliano with a complete change-up on the team. Just brilliant.